Hi, my name is Chris Kerr, and this is the little presentation by Reyactive on the subject of social media mass distribution. Really, what is it and why do you care? Well, think of this little circle as your current level of effort and time spent on your social media. On average, the average business, whoever's in charge of the social media, will put in at least 12 to 22 hours per week. Now, some companies, that's totally different. You're putting in tons of extra hours. Other companies, maybe you're not doing so much. But on average, they're finding that somewhere between 12 and 22 hours per week is pretty standard and commonplace. That's updating your social media, that's uploading your videos, that's all of your content creation, that's everything to do with making sure your social media is up to speed with your clients. So, what does that really mean? Well, you have your social media efforts on the one side, but you're always looking at what the results are. Right now, most companies, on average, have accounts on 3 or 4 social media that they concentrate on. They may have many more that they're connected to, but they really don't spend any time. They have no concentration on it at all. They're concentrating typically on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and LinkedIn. Now you're seeing a lot bigger growth in Pinterest, as it seems to be having a lot of value in retail space. But beyond that, these are the top 3 or 4 that companies concentrate on. So if you're spending 12 to 22 hours a week just updating those 4 sites, and for a lot of you that's an awful lot of extra work, and it's a struggle to keep up with it. I'd like to show you how it could be entirely different, easier. It could look like this. You spend on average 3 to 4 hours per month, and you let us do your distribution. So we'd give you what you already start with, these 4, but you'd also get all of these different networks: Google+, LiveJournal, Orkut, Newswire, Plurk, Squidoo, StumbleUpon, Reddit. Those are all big distribution sites with big followings. So now, instead of just having a few sites representing less than 12% of all social media activity, we're now talking about those 4 and these 8 and these 15, and wait, hundreds more. You probably didn't know this, but there are over 1,800 different social networks out there that have more than 2.2 million active members. We can put your social media content out there for everybody to see across virtually as many social networks as you want. There are some limitations, but not that many. So when we're talking about mass distribution, we're able to now take your content and make it visible everywhere and engage everywhere. That's something that you can't do on your own. The technology is not readily available, it's not commonly available, and we've spent a lot of time researching and finding those tools that'll work, combining them together to make our process work better for you so that we can take all that stress and time and effort off your hands and handle it instead. So we have automated, we have semi-automated, and we have some manual tasks. And between the 3 layers and levels of service, we're able to put your content everywhere and really help you engage with consumers that you would never otherwise engage with. That's what social media mass distribution does for you. Now that you see kind of what that means, why do you care? Well, obviously, it's going to take a lot less of your time. If you don't have to struggle with logging in and logging out and waiting for things to update and trying to stick things in different aspects of your social media, waiting for your videos to load and all that kind of stuff, we take all that stress and strain off your shoulders. That means you get a lot more done. You reach a lot more people. You also protect your brand on a lot more sites. So you don't have to worry about cyber squatters using your domain name or your company brand as their brand or their user ID. You can take care of all that worry as well. coincidentally, you tend to get a lot better SEO results because, of course, you get a lot more links and a lot more traffic and likes and plus ones and all those things that search engines love. You connect to a lot more followers, people who are actually going to start paying a lot more attention to your company and to what you have to say, which means you engage more effectively. That leads to more leads, more sales, and in particular, more revenue per sale. That's one of the big striking figures that are coming out of the studies that are coming out today. Not only do you get more sales this way, but the revenue per sale tends to be as much as 17% higher. That's why you care about social media mass distribution. So my name is Chris Kerr again, and thank you for your time. I hope you found this instructional, and I look forward to talking to you soon.